Oh, it's AFTV. It's now time for the fan roundup. It is Arsenal out of the FA Cup. That's it. That's what I mean to say. And normally I have one question for the fans, and we'll go round. But I'm gonna let them speak and vent about what they saw today, because I feel like that's what needs to happen. So We're at the FA Cup.
Quickly before I vent, I just want to take my hat off to Cecil, top presenter, and thank you to Robbie for being the catalyst that helped save our club the first time round when it needed turning upside down. Unfortunately, regardless of what a lot of the deluded fans with covering their eyes and that are failing to see, you see when you're an experienced fan like me, a realist, you can see where the ship is going. You can plug the holes and all the rest of it. I love Arteta. I've been behind him all this time. But even if he gets next season, he's in his own way. He needs a fresh challenge because his ego has got too big for himself. It can be all going well. Partey, man of the match, dominating, running three-man ragged by himself, yeah? And then dash to right back, whether he has to or not. Because Arteta's in such a battle with himself. He wants to still correct and make his mistake how he started last season correct. Every time the momentum is building again and we're nearly back on track, he assassinates himself. Let me come off the manager for a minute now. You see, the milk cup, Caribou cup, Coca-Cola, whatever you want to call it, it's done. We are not going all that way up north and getting the job done. It's finished. The FA Cup is finished. Knowing our luck, these Red Devils will most probably go on and match our record by the end of the season. If we don't get this striker / winger that can do it all or whatever, at least this January, mark my words, there is no lucky jammy Champions League coming like I was deluding myself into believing was going to happen. You know, like, because it's the first version of this, we'll get lucky, we'll get jammy. No, not even with the top striker, let alone if we continue on this path with what we've got. Arteta's ego, Kai Havertz, Trossard, this one, and a flat back centre midfield with no invention. Let me pass it on before my blood pressure goes.
Coming in, my friend. Same thing. I'm going to let you talk on obviously what you've seen today. So we're out of the FA Cup. Feels like things are falling apart. Carabao Cup, he mentioned, going up north to Newcastle is unlikely. Champions League is a big ask. Premier League, where are you at right now?
Yeah, no, I came all the way from Minnesota. I came for a school project, and I've been to the Newcastle game. A disappointment, and then somehow let's see, Spurs lose and go to a Tottenham game. They win, and then now today we lose, and it's just there used to be when I was a kid, when I was in Arsenal, even when we lose, we play like we should have won. But now we play, even when we win, we should have lost. Even when we win, we play like we should have lost. So it's this mindset, as a team, as an Arteta, where he's like, either when we go on a run, he rethinks his strategy and shuffles, trying to be Guardiola, trying to be what he's not, and somehow we just keep going backward. We're not progressing. We had exciting 2 years, and we unfortunately lost the league. But somehow now we're content with what we have. Kroenke's now they have a blame guy. We're gonna blame Arteta, and we're as a team, is just as a fans, we're this recycled mindset where it comes January, bad runs, and we kind of pick up, finish in the top 3, top 4, and we're content with that. We now next year. That's our mindset every year. And now we're the past years we got unlucky, and now we got we're just, I don't know. It's disappointed. Spent a lot of money to come and watch. I've spent more money than Arsenal this January, and they're not. It doesn't look like they're gonna spend money. Yeah. And it just and the atmosphere is like as a fan, America, we don't have any sports fan. 20,000 people, were louder than our fans, which I get it. We're not playing well. We're not. But it's at the same time, I've been to Anfield, I've seen that atmosphere. I've been to United, and I've seen the atmosphere. And the London teams, it just doesn't seem like everyone is, in their spirited. Yeah, and they're not. Chelsea game last night, I was there, and it's like library, and we're the same.
Yeah.
We're the same. And I understand with the fans' frustration, but I think with the team, we gotta wake up. We gotta play, bring in a playmaker. Odegaard hasn't been playing well, since his injury. It makes sense. Benny's not in, Saka's not in, so that that right wing where with, that collaboration they make run. None of the players go forward. They just we're kind of digressing, go forward and come back.
Yeah.
Gabriel, it looks like he's our midfielder, our number 6, because he's the one that bringing the ball in.
Yeah.
He's coming in. He's
scoring goals out
in.
today. Yeah.
And somehow it just doesn't look like. And I don't know. I played a winger as a soccer player. Yeah. You see Martinelli, he goes forward and he just comes back. What type of play is that? But we back our players. We die with them. We support them. But we gotta criticize them, and they haven't been playing well.
And that's fair. That's fair. Thank you very much. And bringing the next fan. Your thoughts out the FA Cup?
Quite disappointing, because we could have done better in terms of like a finish, the counter-attacks. Because let me tell you something. For the last 2 games, it's been really, really disappointing for this football club, because I'm just sick and tired how the club is run, and managers, the ownership, someone like Stan Kroenke, he hasn't done enough of job to provide the money for Mikel Arteta to sign the players what we need to sign it for this, not just in general this January transfer window, but also other in the previous windows. Like for instance, in the summer we could have signed a striker, someone like Osimhen, Gyökeres or Isak, for those players who were available in bargain deals.
And if Arteta didn't want a striker, is that the blame? Would the blame go more to him, or is it still? Because it feels like we spent 800 million over the past 5 years with Arteta, and he's saying today, I think he could be potentially lying, that he doesn't want a striker.
But I presume maybe his decision why he doesn't sign the strikers, but all I'm just blaming is because it's either him or maybe the board, where the ones refused to sign an out-and-out strikers who guaranteed to score goals, which I was really angry about these things. So, who knows, if these things continues doing like this, we're going to go downhill. That's my opinion.
Fair enough. Kids, you don't bring you forward. I mean, it's not good. I mean, the past 2 games, I'm smiling because I'm thinking, boy, next game is Spurs, and if we lose that, I can't. I haven't even checked online now. I reckon it's a meltdown already. How fans can be at times. But after today's performance, what you mean out of the FA Cup?
Before I answer that, I'm gonna have to say, Samina, waka, 60 million down the drain. That's
Stop
it.
there. Yeah.
Song over.
Yeah.
That Havertz signing is a crucial reason to why we didn't buy a striker, and a lot of fans need to wake up and realise that. Going back quickly to the summer transfer window, criminal.
Yeah.
Any average fan could have seen that window and looked at Arsenal saying, okay, we finished second. If we want to go on and win the league, we're going to buy more players than we get rid of. What did we do? We got rid of more players than we... What club does that? Name me any big club that's ever done that and gone on to do things. I don't know. You tell me. So from that, you could see this was going to happen. Saka doesn't really get injured this season. Odegaard doesn't really get injured, got injured this season. It was a recipe for disaster, and today we saw that. Key players like Havertz, Odegaard not stepping up. I don't even want to single out players because as a collective we weren't good enough. Yeah. But for me this month, if we do not buy in certain players to raise the levels, i.e. a striker and a winger either side, it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse.
And let's hope it doesn't. But I feel the same sentiment. Josh, go.
You don't know why I'm never. You will know why I'm not even confident. And remember what I said to you before I went away. You knew I was away. I said it to you at West Ham. We need to be getting strikers. And when I look at that, the fact that Saka and Nwaneri are injured, now. For real, I'm this close to getting done with this football club because literally, I every time when I watch Arteta's press conference,
done with the football club.
Let me explain. Every time when I watch Arteta, when I listen to it, I'm upset. You say that every time, but you don't know how. I'm sorry, but this manager, I'm beginning to lose support because he and the Kroenkes have wasted one thing. They wasted one thing in the summer, that's buying a striker. And I said it to West Ham, get a striker like Victor Osimhen. Or we couldn't get Ivan Toney last season because of his attitude. Arteta didn't want him. Yes, I get that. And obviously I'm not even against Arteta for that. But what happened to Isaac on all that? All these strikers who were in the transfers, yeah? And I remember I was watching Robbie's fan cam. I remember he said this, if we don't get a striker by ending of this month, we're done. And I'll be real, Robbie's right. And I've heard other people say today, we don't get a striker, we're finished. To be honest,
you said you wanted the manager out now, so we're not.
Yeah, but guess what? It's pointless me saying Arteta out today. It's pointless. But one thing I will blame him for is selections. Look, let me go on to the point, the game. Havertz, yeah, so many chances, yeah, that he had. Why couldn't he just cross the ball? Same with Martinelli. Why couldn't he cross the ball? Sterling. He's good with shots. What happened to him shooting from outside the box? I really don't understand. Even as I speak now, my voice is almost gone because when I was in there, yeah, singing, I was shying, giving my heart all that and all that. I was singing my heart because the moment we were 1-1, yeah, I was still saying, "Come on, boys, let's do this, let's do it. Come on, man, don't fall apart. Let's put some fight into it." What happened to the set pieces? Last month they came here. I remember they were so good on set pieces. Now why is that? United have come back. They wanted it. They're giving us the revenge that they want. They wanted it. What happened to the set pieces that they were good on corner? Why? Come on. Even the fact that for having a shot, yeah, come on. If I was Havertz here, I'll finish that within 1 second to shoot the ball in. Come on.
Yeah,
without all these players, without Saka and Wanyuri, yeah, how are they going to cope? We need a striker because Robbie said it. If we don't get a striker, we're done. We're done for.
Thank you, Josh. Come forward. Again, out the FA Cup.
For me, it's same old mistakes, Cecil. We've seen this time and time again as Arsenal fans.
Is that where the frustration builds? Because it feels like we just see it's the same story every season.
Yeah, the same story every season, and there's a repetitive circular pattern. Arsenal not buying the obvious players that they need, whether it's a striker, whether it's a midfielder, whether back in the day under Wenger it was the defence. Why can't we have a fully functional squad? Now, I've spoken to you on and off throughout the season saying we need a striker, these games where we're obviously losing by these fine margins at the moment. And I said this earlier on an interview I did earlier. I would have rather watched paint dry than that first half. It was absolutely dull as ditch water. It was terrible to watch. We never looked like we were going to score a goal. So if Arsenal don't get a number 9 in this transfer window, then there need to be some serious questions asked.
Is one number 9 enough?
I don't think so. I mean, you've seen Gabriel Jesus stretchered off. I hope he's all right. First of all, on a personal level, I hope the man's okay, because that looked really bad. We need to bolster the squad. It's really thin. We're seeing it's really thin now. People are dropping like flies. We've got our players going down injured every game. And we've got Spurs coming up. And, who would back us? I mean, obviously, we're Arsenal. We're always going to feel like we can beat Tottenham. It's Tottenham. But do you really seriously back us with the form, the momentum, the fan base feeling the way it is at the moment? I want to make another point as well. The Emirates at the moment is quiet. Yeah. I'm getting up, I'm chanting, I'm getting into it. I'm there to support the team. Yeah. If I wanted to sit at home with a cup of tea, I'd sit at home with a cup of tea. And there's people getting up, sort of looking at you, sort of like, well, why are you getting so aggravated? Why are you so passionate? Because football is a passionate game, and we're not encapsulating that in the fan base, and the club isn't doing what it needs to be doing, and it needs to start doing it. It needs to start doing it now because it's not good enough.
Thank you, Adam. Cheers. Thank you, my friend. Out.
What, out of the cup, yeah?
Out.
Well, I feel like we've been here a few times. Probably 4 of the last 5 years we've gone out quite early. Almost feels like Groundhog Day, but I don't know, man. We just need to keep the faith, man. We've got Tottenham coming up, so that's a good game to, give everything, innit? In terms of the Newcastle game, I feel like it is there for us. Newcastle were struggling in December, and then they went on a run, so they're on a run now. So football can change, obviously. So I think the fans just need to keep the faith and just keep believing. Obviously, it's not over. I think Liverpool play Nottingham Forest on Tuesday. Yeah. So if they drop points there's potential to cut the gap.
So have you got faith still in the Premier League or both Champions League and the League Cup, or is it just the league for you that you're keeping faith in?
For me, I think we should go all out for the League Cup and the League. In terms of the League Cup, we just need to give everything, have no regrets on the night. In terms of the league, I do think Liverpool will drop points over the course of the next, like, let's say, couple games or so.
Do you think we'll be able to capitalise, or do you think we'll drop points?
That's the thing. That's the thing, because obviously the players are dropping like flyers, like a couple of the fans have said. It's clear that we need players. I think I'd like to think that Arteta's working hard behind the scenes trying to sign players, because if not, Havertz is going to get him fired, mate. Havertz is going to get him sacked. The way he's been performing in the last few games, negligible, horrible stuff.
Facts. Thank you very much. Come forward. Out of the FA Cup, I know there's not much I'm asking when it comes to questioning, when it comes to the initial question, but I think that's a statement strong enough to kind of talk on.
I think Arsenal just need a person. It doesn't have to be a striker.
Yeah, we need bodies right now, innit, the way the people are going down.
You need someone that has a killer instinct. You know what I mean? Someone that makes something out of nothing.
How good are you in front of goal? Like, we might need you. Be available Wednesday.
Yeah, but now, bro, it could be a left wing, a striker, a midfielder, someone that can bring a spark out of nothing. At the moment, we don't have that, and then if we don't get anything, then we're gonna have to look at bringing a new manager, and that's it. Yeah.
Okay. Just give me a name that you'd like to see come in January.
I would like Nico Williams on the left, I'll be real, because Martinelli recently, he hasn't been working. He hasn't been doing what he needs to be doing. You know what I mean?
Nico Williams crossing the ball into Havertz.
I wouldn't bring in a new striker as of yet. I would say definitely focus on the left-hand side first, because once you bring in a good winger, the striker could level up.
Okay, fair.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Any of you two last ones? Anyone jump in? Talk to me. This is it. We're out. Man United, 10-man, penalties, we lose.
I came yesterday from Qatar just for this match. I'm staying for the North London derby.
Could be a very, very dark week for you as a fan, but let's hope your mood changes and all of our mood changes come Wednesday.
I came last year, West Ham game. We had 27 shots, no goals. Same thing is happening this year. This game, we had like 23.
7 on target,
Last game, we had like 20. What's the problem? What's the common denominator there?
We're not taking our chances,
Yeah, our attack is not good enough. I can name 7 strikers better than Havertz. Right now.
Go.
Isak, Gyökeres, Tony. I'd get Tony from the Saudi League. Cristiano in the Saudi League. Mitrovic in the Saudi League. Raúl Jimenez here. Fulham. You can get him. Why wouldn't he come? That's 6.
Wow. Fair.
Bundesliga, you can Sesko 7.
There's many out there. There's many. Right now, Arsenal are in need of a striker and a winger.
Yeah, with how many chances we have or we create every match, these 7 will bag more than 3 in the league. Let's be honest.
Okay, well listen, that's what fans want it. Let's just hope one, you see Arsenal win on Wednesday, and 2, hopefully we bring someone in, because I mean, if he doesn't, it's criminal, and it could be, in my opinion, a sackable offence. You coming in for the final word? Coming in. Let's go. End it with you, my friend. Third round of the FA Cup. Out. 10 men, Man United. Tough night for Arsenal fans.
Look, this is the first season I get to properly watch Arsenal. This is my 7th game that I've been to. The thing I've noticed the most from when I started coming in like about September until now, the atmosphere has died. Like today, really, it was sad.
But is it? I hear what you're saying. I hear what fans have said when they come on. The atmosphere is a problem right now. But is it fair to say that what you're seeing on the pitch kind of? I know Arteta says the opposite. He says the energy transmits to the players, but we can't be celebrating performances when we're struggling against teams like United 10 men. Is that fair?
It's completely fair, but like it's a strange feeling, like last week against Newcastle, while we were losing and I think we were worse that game, it was louder. It felt like the people were, at least people seemed like they cared. Today the people didn't seem like they cared. It was just dull, I don't know if it's maybe, it's a cup game, less people came, tickets were cheaper, maybe you had more people. I don't know what that was about, but
But that's the biggest change you've seen since coming in the past 7 games since September, is the atmosphere is changing from Arsenal fans.
I've been to some, you could call big games. I was at the other United game, at the PSG game. Still, the best game I've gone to was the one over Southampton. The best atmosphere I've experienced. It was lovely. That was such a nice game. Yeah. But Yeah, that's just all I wanted to say. Really.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, let's hope Arsenal change their story. The atmosphere is something we're going to do player ratings, and you'll see that coming on the channel, and we'll see what Robbie gives the fans. But it's something I'll be mentioning. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. This is a space where fans can vent from the fan roundup. It's a dark week right now. Let's hope it can be changed on Wednesday against Spurs. See you soon.